I greet my viewers with our message from such a progressive politologist like me, Armen Aknujan, actually. Today I want to pay attention, at that evolving case of Trayvon Martin, um, innocent black boy who was brutally murdered in Sanford, Florida by a vigilante. And maybe vigilante was a security guard, I'm not sure. But we say it was an armed vigilante who was actually following Mr. Trevor Martin, that a little boy who was carrying only Skittles. He was unarmed, he didn't have any weapons whatsoever. No cold weapons, no firearms, none whatsoever. And he's been brutally murdered, and the most outrageous thing that Sanford police chief is actually the stubborn racist, who actually once claimed he was a white man, but he was a hate monger. I believe he's a racist who wrongfully determined the case as it was self-defense. It was no self-defense, and the Trayvon Martin could not defend himself against that raving lunatic, but Mr. Zimmerman, who actually brutally assaulted him and actually murdered him in cold blood, I believe this was the most outrageous murder case I've ever seen, and I demand that the United States Department of Justice open the case of violating civil rights of the black boy Trayvon Martin, who had been brutally murdered, by a raving lunatic like Mr. Zimmerman, who's a racist. And I believe American public should condemn racism and make sure that such incidents of strict gun laws and gun control laws, precluded psychopaths from laying their hands on weapons. I believe there must be laws that if people, let's say, taking psychotropic medication and stuff like that, they shouldn't be allowed to buy firearms because they might negatively affect their judgment, and they actually might be prone to commit violent acts in that case. And therefore, strict gun laws are actually a boon, not a bane. But such a Florida defense laws is kind of allow people to get away with murder, with outrageous, and I believe it's violation of civil rights. And I believe U.S. Supreme Court should actually take up a case of it, so-called self-defense laws and declare it unconstitutional because it violates the rights, human rights of American citizens, And I believe that actually President Obama should have taken more kind of proactive stances, more aggressive stances about that murder case, and should encourage his Attorney General Eric Holder to actually file charges against that Mr. Zimmerman, at civil rights offender, I believe. Murderer who brutally killed African American boy Trayvon Martin, who was totally unarmed, and they say, and the MSNBC reports it had only a small a package of candy in his hands, and was brutally murdered by this Mr. Zimmerman, who actually was a young man, but he actually didn't have sound judgment, and I don't believe that he was qualified to carry firearms at all, because people who carry firearms must have sound judgment, in order to prevent firearms to be misused or be used in committing a felony. And I believe that police chief of Sanford, Florida, is outright racist, who actually once mentioned that he was a white male, but he actually was doing hate mongering. He actually wrongfully judged the murderer, racist murder with Trayvon Martin as a case of self-defense, which is definitely not. There was no self-defense, none whatsoever, but there was a murder and been assault by Mr. Zimmerman, who actually showed some traces of grass, in his police report. That was reported by MSNBC. I got information from MSNBC reports, recent reports. And I believe that this outrageous case, and there must be more demonstrations to demonstrate solidarity. We were murdered black boy Marvin, and actually I believe that the demonstration will actually force U.S. Department of Justice to file charges, criminal charges of violating civil rights with African American boy Marvin Travis, in courts, in federal courts in Florida. And I believe that with political pressure is very important in order to deliver justice, because otherwise the Department of Justice will actually will hesitate, won't be able to act swiftly and justly, without people's support. And therefore, I call on my viewers to come on demonstrations, to express our anger, express our, resentment of this outrageous racist murder, and condemn that Florida self-defense law, which is invitation to murder, and which is getaway maker for killers, serial killers. And I believe that it's a violation of civil rights of American citizens. Florida self-defense law should be taken as unconstitutional, declared unconstitutional by the United States Supreme Court. And I believe that actually active fight against that evil, such as terrorism, domestic terrorism, should become nationwide, should go nationwide in order to beat racist murderers like Mr. Zimmerman. Beat them in court of public opinion as well, and formal courts of federal justice as state courts as well. Yeah. Also, now I want to a little bit switch from a case of innocent African American boy who's been murdered by a racist Mr. Zimmerman to that construction of a Keystone pipeline. Recently, Exxon Mobil, increased its number of TV ads, actually flooded MSNBC channel with a liberal station with TV ads in which it touted this Keystone pipeline as a highway to job creation, which is definitely not. And and I believe that Exxon Mobil have been Exxon and Mobil have been manipulated by narco-mafia because they just want to steal money and cheat consumers through using pipelines, because they actually very difficult to control and have them accountable, keep in check their accounting books. And in the second, if such a Keystone pipeline and other pipelines are built, then oil tankers workers and railroad workers will lose their job, because oil being transported by those pipelines leaves them jobless. In the second place, in the first place, that is, those workers, or railroad workers and oil tanker workers lose their jobs because they all been transported, transportation workers. They were all being transported not through railways, not through ocean tanker and oil tankers, but through pipelines who have very dubious conductivity. It means that actually we will jobless, first of all. In the second, there will be serious problem with environmental aspect, because environment will suffer most, because those pipelines were definitely used to leak a lot, and whoever built them encountered many leakages. And whether should be Keystone pipeline shouldn't be constructed. President Obama should put a veto on any attempt to construct that pipeline, because this outage poses great danger to people's health, to people's to environment. It will pollute most environment, pollute water, air, and kill lots of innocent animals. Kill a number of animals will die, and people lose their livelihood as well, and it will pollute all water and air, and people won't have any ability to get even fresh water. Will breathe in polluted air will hurt very much. I believe it's not worth it. It's not worth it to serve Canadian interests, I believe Mr. President Obama should protect American interests. I believe Canadian imperialists, shouldn't consider that America is actually a conduit, for their imperialist ambitions, not their colony. America is a great country and won't allow any pipelines on its territory, because Americans will suffer the indignity of being polluted, and suffer the horrible damages of pollution. Remember what happened when President Obama and his Bureau of Ocean Management were allowing taking gifts, illegal bribes and stuff like that from that British Petroleum Corporation. In that case, that Louisiana state lost all its livelihood. The damage to its territory was gross. A few years ago, when Louisiana Deep Horizon rig of British Petroleum, blew itself up. Because people didn't control electrical engine. They put down with computerized technologies, laid away computerized technologies, and shut down their computers, and shut down the electrical pump, and didn't care about the work of electrical pump, unless it all go its own way. But in that case, be unregulated. This oil rig has been blown up to pieces. 11 was negligent workers died immediately, and oil rig was destroyed. And then oil pipe was smoking oil from on the ocean bottom for 90 days. Was left unchallenged, and nobody, even British Petroleum, didn't care to pick up its oil for 90 days with the siphon pipes and oil tankers. And I believe that this is outrageous, And I believe that President Obama did the right thing, that he prohibited further drilling of oil offshore, because this poses great danger to the environment. And lots of Louisiana public lost their livelihoods, and the damages to Louisiana was gross, economy. And I believe that kind of attempts to drill its way out of poverty is useless. It's useless and futile, because it's impossible to Americans with minimum resources of 2% of consumed resources of oil to get its license, on 20% of oil being consumed in the United States of America. And I believe what America as a nation, we receive most of our oil resources from Saudi Arabia, from Venezuela. We do various resources from Latin America and Saudi Arabia. So not to be pinned by squeezed out a great deal of money, not to be ripped off at a gas pump. So we sometimes release strategic oil reserve in order to dump oil prices. And it helps to reduce retail oil price somehow, up to a certain extent. And I believe that President Obama should release strategic oil reserve right away in order to dump oil price and bring it down somewhat, maybe 10-20% down. And I believe that also President Obama shouldn't allow construction of Keystone pipeline. And he actually was going probably to allow that construction of Keystone pipeline. He reversed his position. But he's doing a big mistake. He alienates the liberal base, because that way he actually will lose votes during November election, presidential election. He should do that. And I believe should be loyal to his liberal base, and should actually prohibit construction of Keystone pipeline. I believe Mr. President Obama should be challenging like he used to be before, when he said that he meets only rich people, because he appoints only wealthy people, wealthy CEOs as his advisors. And this is outrageous. And I believe President Obama should be more democratic, and should actually stand up for protecting the environment like he used to do before. Fortunately, President Obama stood up for environmental protection before, when he prohibited and he banned offshore oil drilling moratorium, declared moratorium for 6 months after the tragedy of blowing up Deep Horizon rig in the Gulf of Mexico, of Louisiana shores. But I believe that President Obama should actually conduct environmental protection politics and strictly ban that Keystone pipeline, because it actually poses great danger to the environment. Will kill so many businesses and livelihoods. Will poison so many people, but it's not worth being conducted. Environmentally, people will lose their jobs, because railroad workers and oil tanker workers will lose their jobs, as oil pipes compete with railroad delivery of oil and delivery of oil by sea. And America will never win many jobs by constructing pipelines as well. And in the second World War, oil goes to only to China and will be exported by Canadian. Canadian probably think that they actually pollute America as much as we want to. Like America is a Canadian cook colony. America is not Canadian cook colony. America is a ruler of the world. America is most greatest country of all, and I believe it will be able to protect itself from any attempts to pollute itself. And then we receive only with oil from Arab countries, we receive oil from Venezuela, but definitely we don't need any more oil, and with 2%, a miserable 2% of oil, the Republicans won't tap in to satisfy their greed, their insane greed, with political right-wing extremist political party of neo-fascist Republicans is. But actually, wrong thing to do. Right thing to do is to stop any attempts to drill in those environmentally protected areas of National Wildlife Reserve. But the Republicans are so insane they're trying to drill in there. So I hope the Democrats will win and endorse President Obama to win elections, presidential election this November. And I hope endorse, myself, Armen Akhmedjan, as a liberal Democrat to win the seat of California State Assembly for 59th District of California, of the state of California. And I urge all the liberal public to contribute greatly to my election campaign, to my electoral campaign, like people fund and call me with feedback, comments, and general contribution. Call my cellular number 323-445-1600, or call my home phone number 323-735-3863, or leave a message, send an email to my email address freeliberal@offlink.net, freeliberal@offlink.net, to leave your comments, wishes, and general contributions to my electoral campaign. And I urge my voters to vote for me on presidential primary day of June 5th in order to give me political power and enable, help me create jobs. When I go to Sacramento, I create jobs by raising taxes 50% against gasoline selling corporation and all producing manufacturers. And create jobs with government's contract jobs. Like, first of all, aerospace. I give contract to aerospace, to construction, security, to rebuild California infrastructure, to install California satellite service for cellular phone service. Because California don't have cell phone services in remote forested and mountainous areas and territorial waters of California shores. And we need to have those cellular phone service because we don't have any call boxes. Any call boxes, wherever the last telephone pole ends. When there is no telephone service, there is no call box either, and any motorist or any traveler can become the easy victim of a human or animal predator. Like in a number of cases in California really happened. Where people fell victim of human and animal predators. Because they were unarmed, they didn't have any means to call for help, to call for emergency number, to dial emergency number, because there was no cell phone service available, first of all. And I hope that I also propose to raise speed limit 20 miles up to all California freeways and highways to ensure that motorists enjoy the business of driving. And I also propose to declare same-sex marriage law of the land, and I propose to also to grant 6 months pregnancy leave to all Californian women who suffer the indignity of being exploited and hurting greatly while working pregnant. Nowadays, I've seen cases working pregnant in some in the food stores, and actually, I very much intend to provide amnesty for ex-felons, so we'll be able to carry firearms, apply for amnesty and carry firearms after 5 years of legal income or proof of legal income and lawful existence. And also propose to provide driver's licenses without disclosing the immigration status. I'll mandate that motorists should provide driver's license without requiring them to disclose their immigration status in DMVs. So the only documents they need to provide is their own birth certificates or any kind of document, so as to establish their identity, or at least birth certificate, in order to receive state ID, or driver's license. And I believe that again, amnesty for illegal aliens, and I fully supported amnesty for illegal aliens. I hope my viewers will support me and vote for me, elect me as most liberal, most progressive candidate on at the presidential primaries on June 5th. Vote for me as most liberal political candidate.